Is that real? Nope. Hi guys, it's Dita. Welcome back to my channel. I am going to do a video on dupes of designer items and items that aren't necessarily dupes but are clearly inspired by designer items. And speaking of inspired, this video was inspired by the incomparable Andri, and I know she needs no introduction, but she did a really interesting video about designer dupes, calling to question whether or not they had a place in people's closets, what purpose they served. And I agreed with a lot of the points that she made, in that they are a way that one can try on a certain style and decide whether or not they like them before purchasing them. And I have used dupes in that same way. Sometimes they've led to the purchase of the item. Sometimes they led me to the realization that that item probably wasn't for me. Her video was so good and I loved it so much, and when I told her this in her comments, she told me that she tagged me to do this video. So I'm gonna do it. And I just watched Amy Elizabeth's version of this video. I don't know if I've commented on it yet, but it was really good too. So I'm actually gonna link both of those down below. So if you're interested in seeing the items that I have that are inspired by the luxury items that we love, then stick around. I have a lot. I'm just looking at what's happening around me. I have a lot of dupes. I didn't realize how many dupes I had when I was making the list. I thought maybe I'd have 5 or 6. Not so much. So we're going to categorize this, and I think that I will start with what's the biggest category, and that is shoes, which is my favorite. The first 2 pairs of shoes are inspired by a brand of shoes that were hugely popular 4 to 5 years ago, and I think now it's safe to say that they are a classic. At least I think of them as such. And they are I'm having a hard time. They are these shoes. Let me just put one down. Okay, let's do it this way. This is easier. These shoes here, these are clearly inspired by the Valentino rock studs. These are the cage flats. These are by Caitlin Pan. I think that's showing up. And I got them from Amazon. I love these. These are very comfortable, which the cage flats I hear are not. I don't have a pair of the cage flats, but I do have an authentic pair of flats and the kitten heels. So I brought my Valentino rock stud flats with me so that you could kind of compare the two. I mean, this is pretty well done. Actually, it's very well done, I would say. I haven't had any problems with the studs falling off of these. They've been a really great shoe. Would I, owning these, buy the Valentinos? And the answer is yes. Despite my hearing that they're incredibly uncomfortable, I think I would size up 1/2 size or a full size to try to make them more comfortable. The reason I haven't purchased them yet is because the color combination I want has not been available since I first noticed them, and that's the burgundy with the gold stud hardware. If that ever comes back, I will get those. I love those. So and I just think these are so beautiful on the foot. So yeah, if anything, these have made me want that particular shoe even more. The next 2 pairs of shoes are inspired by one of my favorite shoes of all time. And actually I owned the authentic pairs before I owned these, but I liked the colorways of these. They are these right here. I'm just going to show you one of each shoe. These are clearly inspired by the Gucci Princetown Loafers, which is, again, one of my absolute favorite shoes of all time. They do have a Princetown in the white. I consider getting them in the white, but I decided against it because I wear my shoes hard, and I knew that I would jack up those white ones before I knew it. Although I wear these all the time, and they could use with a wipe down, but they're not too bad. But they're also not leather, and they're not as soft as the Princetowns. And then these are inspired by the, I think, formerly kangaroo fur, formerly some of the other kind of fur, now synthetic fur, Princetowns. I loved this pink color. I got this to see whether or not I would like one of the fur-lined Princetowns, and this helped me realize that no, I wouldn't. I wear these a lot, but not as often, not nearly as often as these, because I get a little skeezed out by the fur touching the ground, although this is pretty short, so it's probably not touching the ground, but you know what I mean? And especially it rains here a lot, and you can get caught out in the rain unexpectedly. I think that I would have a full-on panic attack if even these got wet, just because moist floors gross me out. Ugh. So I don't think that I would ever do well with the Princetowns with the fur, but I love these, so I'll hang on to them. They were cheap and cheerful, and I've had them for at least a year and a half now, something like that. So yeah, these have been really great. I brought a pair of my authentic Princetowns. You can see the differences between the two, but you can definitely see the resemblance. Okay, so these are the next shoes, and these are also inspired by Gucci. These are inspired by the Gucci Brixton and Jordan loafers, or Jordan loafers. Let me see, I think the Brixton are the ones that fold in here. You can step on and fold down. These are not meant for that. Neither of them is. And then the Jordans, they have the hard back that you can't step on. I think these are an amazing dupe for the Gucci loafers. These are from Topshop. I've had these for at least I think actually at least 3 years, and they're still beautiful. Very comfortable. Love these so much. And these definitely make me want to try the Gucci loafers. And I think that I've decided that I'd like to get the loafers in a fun color. And these suckers I got because Gucci came out with a Brixton loafer, or was it a Jordan? I can't remember, it might have been a Jordan, in this colorway. And I missed them. I noticed them after they'd already been out for a while, and so they were not being made anymore. So I've been looking for the past several years on the pre-love market, and I find they pop up every once in a while, but not in my size. So I got these from Topshop. Again, I think I got these before these. I can't remember exactly. I've had these for years. Love them. They're a little small, but I still wear them because I just love this. So yeah, if I ever find the Gucci version of these in my size, I will definitely get them. These next shoes have not quenched my thirst for the originals. I want them even more. And they are these here. These are, who made these? Jessica Berman. Jessica Berman, I can't remember the style of the boot, but they are inspired by the Balenciaga, wait, is it Balenciaga or Givenchy? I always mix them up. Balenciaga. The Balenciaga Censure boots. I love these. The reason I didn't get those, I almost got those. I almost got them in a burgundy, but I just kept hearing that they tear up your feet, and I can't stand blistered, bleeding feet. I've heard that they've gotten better, but I don't remember who said that, and I haven't heard anybody say it since I thought I heard it, so I haven't made the plunge, but these are awesome. I love wearing these with everything, but especially with dresses, like really pretty dresses, and then you kind of edge them up with these. Yes, I absolutely love these. If I have my druthers, I will replace these with the real thing, if I can be certain that I will not self-amputate my hooves. I have a lot inspired by Balenciaga, so the next two styles of shoes are going to be Balenciaga inspired. I definitely bought into the sock boot trend when Balenciaga came out with their knife booties. The knife booties were very exaggerated, had a very exaggerated toe and a very exaggerated heel, this part and this part. I got these two pairs from Zara, and these reminded me of the knife booty. This one more so just because it's got such an exaggerated silhouette. It is not classic at all. That toe is very long, and I absolutely love it. And then I have this. I have another pair, the first pair of sock boots that I got from Zara, that are more this shape, and they're floral, but these are great. Fun colors. I love wearing these in the spring and summer. Would I get the Balenciagas? Probably not. For just how exaggerated those knife booties are, I don't think that I would get the wear out of those particular sock booties. So I am happy to wear the three that I have from Zara. And the next are also inspired by Balenciaga, and they were bought out of desperation, but I have fallen completely in love with them. And they are these sock sneakers. I got these in Vegas because we were walking around a lot, and the shoes that I thought would fare well for walking failed me. And so out of desperation, I went into the mall and there was a Sam Edelman there, and I saw these and I bought them on the spot and changed into them, and they were so comfortable. My feet were so happy, but I've just fallen for them. The thing about them that I don't like, and it may be because of how short the sock part is that they bunch up around my ankle. They just kind of sag out, and instead of being tight around my ankles. This has made me want a different pair. I'm looking at the Acne Studio ones. I like those a little bit more than the Balenciaga ones, and so those may be the ones I go for. But yet these were a big dupe winner for me. Okay, so let's do clothes next. And I think I really like Balenciaga because these are inspired by Balenciaga as well. It's the logo trend, but specifically those sweatshirts and t-shirts that Balenciaga, I think they have t-shirts, but definitely sweatshirts. Oh, and sweaters that Balenciaga has that just says Balenciaga diagonally all over it. I love those. They are incredibly expensive for what they are, in my opinion, and so I've not leapt on those. Maybe if I can find them on the pre-loved market for a very good price, I would. But those are one of the few designer shirts that I would consider purchasing. In the meanwhile, I have these two right here. This is actually a dress. Oops, it's kind of wonky on the hanger. I've already worn this a couple of times. It's a dress from H&M. I've had this for a couple of months, and oh, not a couple of months, probably about a month. I absolutely love it. It says original. I feel like I'm the original something. So, but yeah, you can see how this is inspired by the Balenciaga. I mean, I've seen a lot of Balenciaga logo inspired shirts by many different brands, but this is the first one that I've seen that I really liked. So that's one of them. And then the other one is this. This is by a brand called Kasubi, who I consider to be and I think they are considered to be a premium. They're not high street. I would say that they're somewhere between premium, high street, and designer. Anyway, I love their stuff. I love this t-shirt so much. It's a crop top and it says fake. Isn't that funny? Actually, I just realized the oxymoron original and fake. That is hysterical. I didn't even realize that until just now. Well, I'm a poet without even trying. Anyway, I love this. I just think it's so cool. That's one of the cooler logo or, kind of saying shirts that I've seen. So I'm happy, really happy with these two. I would not say no to a Balenciaga for the right price. And the two things I'm going to show you now, there's no way I'm going to be able to get it into the frame, so I will take shots of myself wearing these in the mirror and I'll put them in here. These are two Faux Shearling Moto jackets. These are inspired by the Acne Moto jackets that were they continue to be super popular. This is mine in the black. This is by Avec les Filles. I got this from Nordstrom 2 or 3 years ago, and then last year they put it in the anniversary sale, and I hope people got it because this thing is one of my favorite coats that I own. It is amazing. And then this one, if you can believe, I got from the Gap. How cool, Gap. This metallic gold, love this thing. Very warm too. Just a great inspired piece. As much as I love these, I actually don't think I would get the original, the Acne. I think I'm very happy with these. I love how they look. I don't feel like I'm lacking in just sticking to these. So yes, I don't think that one's for me, but I absolutely love it, clearly. Okay, let's do another favorite, and that is handbags. This first one is this beauty right here, and you can tell what inspired this. This is by Biagini. I can't remember how to pronounce it. I have to look at Andri's channel because she did a review. Actually, I think she did a giveaway too for this brand. She worked with them. Anyway, this is inspired by the Chanel rectangular mini that I had been in the market for a long time. This is not leather, it's actually rubber. So it's very durable, it won't scratch, you can't spill anything on it. It has this faux pocket in the back. Yeah, I use this to go out or to go to concerts, and I love it so much. Would I get the original? I think if I found it in the right colorway, which would be burgundy and gold, and then something else that I'll know when I see it. I don't know that I would get it in black. Maybe. I really do like the rectangular mini, but I just don't feel that they are, for me, worth what they're asking, which I think is upwards of $3,500 to maybe $4,000 now. I don't know how much they are now for that tiny little bag. I don't buy my bags to resell. My bags, once I'm done with them, I'm planning on passing them on. So the fact that they have a great resale value doesn't really mean anything to me. But I do think it is a beautiful bag, and I think that I would get a lot of use out of it. If I had that bag, I think that that would limit my need for other clutches and other small bags, or many others anyway, because I think that it could be quite versatile depending on the color that I got. So, because this has proven to be very versatile, very handy, very hardy. Yeah, I just love this bag. The next bag is also inspired by Chanel, and this bag itself became, I was just looking, I thought I had a mark on here, but I don't. This bag itself got really popular, and it is this bag right here. This was inspired by the PVC flat bags that Chanel put out. It's not the highest quality. I got this from Amazon. I'm just looking at all of the flaws here, but it does its job. I really love this. It has a pocket in the back. I have used this also for concerts. Anymore, you can't get into concerts with bags that either don't meet a certain size requirement, which is often very tiny, like that mini flap that I have, or that aren't see-through. And so this has gotten me into several shows, and yeah, I don't know, I like this way more than I thought I would, and I've gotten more use out of it than I thought I would. So I would absolutely not buy the Chanel version of this. I don't remember how much that bag went for. I think something like $2,700 or so, or maybe even $3,000 for a plastic bag. No, listen. It was really cute. The colors were cute. They're kind of a pastel greens and pinks and things like that, but there's no way. This is good enough to satisfy that trend craving for me. And the last bag I have been using for the past several days. I got this, oops, my phone isn't on silent. I don't know, I keep forgetting to silence it, and it's somewhere buried under all this crap now, so I can't be bothered to find it to shut it off. Anyhoodle, this bag I got before I went on my trip to Asia, and so I've had this probably for, maybe I've had it for 3 months now, and I've been carrying it all week, and I love it. It is this gorgeousness right here. This is clearly inspired by the Shrimps pearl bag, and I liked that bag when it came out, and then the more I saw it, I was like, gosh, I really started thinking it was a beautiful bag, but I was not prepared to spend, first of all, I'm not really a top handle girl, so I don't remember exactly what they were asking. I'll have it down here. I can't remember, maybe 500? I can't remember, but it wasn't something I was willing to pay for something I wasn't sure I was going to use that often. So there have been a lot of dupes, but nothing that fit exactly what I was looking for. And then I found this on Amazon and was like, oh, and I love it. I can't remember who it's by, but I will figure that out and link it below. But it's so great. It's such a great dupe. I've been stopped several times about this bag, and it's so great. It is a top handle. You know, the usual frustrations I have with top handles, mostly being that I'm not hands-free, hold true for this, but that's the nature of top handle. That's why I don't carry them that often. But for a top handle bag, this has been fun. And the reason there's a scarf on the top of it is that this is my second straight up top handle bag, and my top handle bags are open. And so one added security I have is to shove this is a really big scarf in here and kind of around everything. I just kind of tuck it down on all sides so that it would be a little harder for somebody to snatch something out of here. Not impossible, but a little harder, and I'd be more likely to feel somebody jungling around. I just like the idea that they don't know where to aim their hands because they can't see. So anyway, this bag is amazing. This is an amazing dupe for the Shrimps bag, and now that I have this, I don't think that I would purchase the Shrimps because at the end of the day, it is a top handle. It is not very functional. It's just very pretty, and I've been carrying it despite the the lack of functionality, just because it's so pretty, and it is fun to carry and it's fun to look at. I love having it on the table next to me if I'm out and about. I just had lunch, for instance, with my husband, and I just had it sitting on the table next to me, and I just thought it's really cute. But I don't think that's enough for me to justify the price tag, whatever that is, for the original. And last are accessories. I have 3. The first one is a dupe for the Dior bag strap. And this is my bag strap. I found this on Etsy and I absolutely love it. I love fringe. So there are certain items that I have always loved and will continue to love, whether or not they're in fashion. Animal print, fringe, metallics, always and forever. So this was a no-brainer, but I just love this. And I do believe that Dior has a strap very similar to this. And I love guitar straps. I love how they can transform any bag. They can transform the look and the functionality. And I just stopped because I just realized with this burgundy that this would look really good with my Saint Laurent Collège. My heart just skipped a beat. I'm so excited. I think that might be the bag that I carry next with this strap. Any hoodle. So I love a good guitar strap. I love Dior's guitar straps. They just keep coming out with ones that I just think are beautiful, but they are bloody expensive for what they are for me. I just can't see spending that kind of money for a strap. But I think $1,500 is what they cost. The one that looked like this, I don't know how much that one cost. I went to the Dior store was it in Vietnam? I think it was in Vietnam. Yeah, it was in Saigon. And the straps were beautiful, but I just couldn't pull the trigger. It was just too much for what it was for me. So I absolutely love this, and as much use as I get out of guitar straps and as much use as I would probably get out of the Dior guitar straps, I do like to switch up the looks enough, and I don't think I would use it nearly enough to justify that kind of price tag. So I think that I'm good with the dupe. And for the second accessory, I have this, which you guys may have seen before. I think I wore it on my Instagram, and I might have worn it on what I wore, like an outfit of the month video. But it's this headband here. It's a padded headband that is a dupe for the ones that came out by Prada. And I just absolutely love this. This is not nearly as big as the ones by Prada, but it's really great. I didn't realize I would love it as much as I do, and I wear this so often. It's crazy. Would I, knowing how much I love this, get the one from Prada? Probably not. I think it is a little too much for what it is, and I do think that is a trend that I will tire of, so I don't think it's worth the money. But I'm having fun experimenting with this little diddly boop right here. I am burning up, so I took off my blazer, but we're on the last item, and there's no way I'm going to be able to get this in frame. It is this, oh maybe I will. It's this huge hat here, and I have a clip. I did a try on of it already. Oh, but maybe I don't need to show it. It's this hat here. This is a dupe of how ridiculous is this hat? It's so extra. I can't believe that I got it. It is a dupe of I'm not sure how to pronounce the brand's name, Jacquemus or Jacquemus. I don't know how it's correctly pronounced, but I remember several months ago in some random magazine, maybe I was at an airport, I can't remember, there was a picture of this model sitting on the beach, and she had this huge hat on. And all you could see was her back and this huge hat, and I just remember thinking, that is stunning. And I tracked down the hat brand, and it was Jacquemus, and then I forgot about it. And then one day I was in H&M, which is where this is from, and I see this in the window, and I'm thinking, no way. So I go in store and I find the hat, and I try it on. I believe I posted a picture of it on Instagram, and I didn't leave it that hat that day because I was like, this is too ridiculous even for me. But I kept thinking about it, and it was like $27 or something, and I just thought, gosh, it would just be so fun to go on a vacation with this hat. But it is huge. I don't know how I would get it there. I have no idea. So this was probably a huge mistake. Luckily we do have a beach here, and so I could wear it to the beach here. I am currently learning how to swim, and so I can wear it to pools. I have friends with pools, so I could wear it to pool parties, and I have friends who live off of a big lake. And so my plan is to go, and so I'm gonna wear this hat. I'm gonna wear this hat. Would I buy the original? No way. I believe the original was, I seem to remember 9 something, 945. I'll look up the exact and I'll put it here. No way would I spend that for something this ridiculous and extra. I think that even if I lived on the French Riviera, I would not be able to get my cost per wear for a hat like this. But for this hat, I just absolutely love it. Do I have hat brow now? No. Sometimes it just leaves an indentation on my 5 head. Anyway, that is it for designer Dupes brands. I would be super interested in seeing what other dupes people have and whether those dupes have led to purchases or if they've led people to realize that they probably wouldn't get on with the original. Thank you for tagging me to do this video, Andri. It's probably something that I would have done because I just loved the idea so much. I actually, one of my very first blog posts was on designer dupe shoes. Clearly I love a good dupe of a shoe, but yeah, just the whole concept of the video was really fun. If anybody has any questions or comments, please leave them down below. And if you're watching this, please remember to like this video and subscribe if you are not subscribed, because I am trying to reach a goal of 500 subscribers by the end of the year, which I may or may not be able to do. Cross fingers that I am able to. And that is it. I hope everybody has a good day, and we will see you in the next one. Peace-ians.